All right, we're good. So let's get all the way back to this place, and so we're good. Now we're gonna create the pricing plan. So I'm gonna copy this and copy this. First of all, group them, Control G. Then I can Control D to duplicate. Then I drag it down to this place. Okay, so I'm gonna call this pricing plans. Okay. We have the best prices, including free version. Okay, so I'm gonna go click on this, go towards the right, make sure it's positioned well in the center, and instead of doing it manually, I usually prefer to try this and then do this. Perfect. Now I think it's too close, they are too close together, so I can pull it down a little. Pricing plans, good. Now we're gonna do 3 pricing plans. First of all, we pull this, and this will be our first pricing plan. And first things first, the radius. Make sure that the radius is 20. I'll set 20 here. 20. Okay. Now the radius is 20. We're gonna do the fill color should be white. We want it to be white, but then even though it's white, we want the stroke color to be green. See what I'm saying? Yeah, the stroke color is green. Okay, so the only other thing is, even though it's green, we can make it 2 so it will be visible. Beautiful. Now let's select our so let's go. I'm gonna zoom in our text, so we say the text is limited. So the limited is here. It's too little. We make it bold. At the same time, give it 48. Okay, good, beautiful. It's too dark, so we can put it at 80. I think 80 is too. Let's put it at 60. Okay, good. I still think it's too big. 48, 40. Beautiful. Then how much is our limited? It is, of course, $2 per month per user. Let's say $2 per month. $2 per month per user. We're looking for. We just want to make sure that it's not confusing to our customer. We'll reduce make it regular. Reduce the size to 25. Beautiful. Good. At the same time, remember that you can play around with fonts. I'm not just changing fonts for my own personal reasons, but just know that you can play around with fonts. Here we can put it at 50. Good. Okay, so let's list the features in limited. Alright, we're gonna create this now, but to create it I have to delete it first because I created it without recording mistakenly. So select a box, then we'll draw the box here, then as usual we come here and set it to 10. Alright, I think the box is too tiny, increase a little. Now we make the stroke of the box, stroke color should be green. I've selected green. Let me drop this down a little. I've selected green stroke color. Make the thickness to be 2. Hit enter, and then the fill color should be white. Okay, now we have what we're looking for. I can also get a text. Look at this. We get text and write here, available for a month. Okay, good. It is highlighted now. I'll place it in between. Beautiful. Okay, so another thing we can do is make sure that the color is green. Cool. I think it's too wide. Hold my shift key and resize. Yeah. I think it's too close. Just a little. Hold this. Make sure it's in the middle. Oops. Yeah. So good. As usual, group it. Ctrl G. It's grouped. Now we'll go to Font Awesome. fontawesome.com. Hope you remember fontawesome.com. Look at this. Then we'll look for an icon, right caret. Just put right. We're trying to list features, so we need something to serve as the caret. So if you just type right, the ones that are dead are the ones that are not free. You have to pay to get this, but this is the kind of thing we're looking for. So chevron right, that's what it's called. I'll click on it. Alright, while it's opening, okay, so here we're gonna click download SVG, agree and download. So it has downloaded. Look at the lower left of my screen, and you're supposed to see that. Lower left of my screen, you will see that. Okay, now we can come here and drag into here. Once we drag, we can reduce. Okay, hold my shift key, make sure that, oops, Ctrl Z. Hold my shift key, drag it in. Okay, so this looks more like it. So let's list some features here. Our tiny little beautiful caret has to be green, so we make it green. Cool. So now we have to write. I'll copy this, Ctrl D, and then hold my shift key and drag until it matches perfectly. I think this is too close. Give it a little space. So we can say 8. That is 8 team members. Okay, good. I'm going to highlight the two of them, press Command D, and hold my shift key to drag down, and then press Command D again, Command D, 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 D. So we can say executives, 16 6 playlists, 20 repositories, so I need to move this. So 10 team playlists, unlimited hosting. I'm just making all this up just so that we can fill it up. 25 private teams projects. Okay. So if you look at this, you see that they are not all aligned. So click, 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 and let's see whether some magic will happen. Put it in the extreme. Yeah, perfectly. They're all aligned now. The next thing is to create a button. So up here, I'll pull this, draw a button. Make sure that it is 10. Okay, I'll prefer 20. And hope it's transparent. Make it white. Make the stroke to be green. The stroke will be 2, but then it has to be green, all the way green. Okay, now it's green. We can actually write on it text, and the text will be get started. This is gonna be bold, and it's going to be green. Okay. So far so good. We're done with the first pricing. As you can see, what we're gonna do secondly is just to duplicate it. It's that simple. So to duplicate it, we may need to group it first. Grouping is a little tricky. I'll just have to select everything. Select everything. I'm holding my shift key while selecting all these things. Holding my shift key. So we can then group selection. Good. Oops, something disappeared. What just happened? Hold my shift key, make sure it's selected. Then group selection. Yeah. So now I can duplicate, Ctrl D, and hold my shift key, drag to the right. And then let me zoom out a little. Then I'll do Ctrl D again. Okay, so now we have pricing. We're gonna have to highlight one of the pricings. So this one is gonna be for $25. Double click, then you get it. $25 per month per user. And this one is gonna be custom. Double click, custom pricing. Okay, here we're gonna double click, call it enterprise. We're going to call this okay, here I'm going to double click. I think we should call this brilliant. So here I'm going to double click and say 60-day free trial, and then make it longer. For instance, here I can pull this down a little, get this to go down. Oops, I thought I grouped this. I have to group it. I've selected it to Ctrl G to group it, and then I can pull it down. And I have to redesign the button as a whole, but here I can select these two, group them, and then duplicate, Ctrl D, then drag, hold my shift key, drag, and then Ctrl D again, and D again. I think the last one is unnecessary, so something like this. So 25 private repositories, so we can put 250 unlimited projects, unlimited projects. Okay, we can do unlimited drafts. Okay, click outside, make sure it's make sure it's aligned. Good. And make sure that they are all shifted. Just make sure there's adequate spacing. Good. Okay. for just for design's sake, you can make this some of these words bold. Control B bold. Make some of this word Control B bold. Unlimited Control B. Okay, good. So far so good. This button needs to be highlighted. It needs to be the opposite. So we make sure that the selection ungroup. So we have to ungroup it first. Ungroup. Now we can work with this. Make sure that this is white. White. Then we'll make sure that this is blue. The fill color is green. Okay. So then we can add something to the button to make it look like stroke. So we can add a stroke to it. Not stroke now, but effect. Good, perfect. This is just perfect. So if you look under it now you see a shadow. So we might do one more thing just to make it stand out. One beautiful thing we can do is to the stroke color of this, we want it to stand out, okay, so that our customers will more likely buy that. So the stroke color, the stroke, look at this, under stroke we have mixed. Something I'm looking for is missing. Something I'm looking for is missing. Is it because it's grouped? I think I have to ungroup. Ungroup. Okay, now if I select this, tell me what I'm saying. Okay, that's fine. Now I have ungrouped. If I can now select only this, okay? So now I've selected it, I can now see the thickness. So what if I set it to 4? Enter. It's still not as thick as I want. Okay, yeah. Makes sense now. Not really. Let me give it another. Let's put it at 6. 6. Enter. Yeah, looks good now. Now another thing is let's put a special badge on it. Take a rectangle. Let's see what a polygon can do. Let us see what a polygon can do. So here is a polygon, zoom in. Here's a polygon. And it's amazing how it's supposed to be. Okay, I get it. Oops. Okay, look at what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to put a little marker at the extreme of this. So remember that yours doesn't necessarily have to look identical to mine. All you have to do is just get the juice of the design, understand why we're doing what we're doing, and then you implement it in your own way. So I think this is okay. And then I'll have to change the color. Click on color, click on this tool and pick this color. So I like what it looks like now. And then we can go to a font awesome and look for star or badge. Let's see what badge looks like. So yeah, ribbon. I think ribbon is okay. Let's click on this to get a ribbon. Download SVG. Agree and download. Okay, now get back to Figma. Drag the SVG into Figma. Zoom out so that we can see. Command it to come to the front. Bring to front. Now it's in the front. Hold my shift key and minimize. Release my keyboard and then zoom in. Drag it all the way here. Down. And zoom in again. Hold my shift key and reduce. Okay, now we can actually change it to white. So this is what it looks like now. Pretty okay and cool. So this kind of stands out. So it's easy for a customer to look at it and then go on with it. Another thing we can do is to group back everything, but I think it's roughly okay now. So we've now done features and pricing, and it is good in our eyes. So let me attempt to group everything. I know the button is okay. Let's group the button together. Ctrl G. The button is grouped. Now I have to group everything here. Let's start again. The button, the rectangle, this, and this, and this and this, and this, and this and this, and then this, and this. Ctrl G. They're all grouped now. So if I now select these two and that two and group, Ctrl G, and select this and group it again, Ctrl G. So now I can move everything around the way I want. Isn't it amazing? It's awesome, really awesome. So this is a really cool thing we're looking at here. One thing we can do is click on this desktop and drag all the way down. Cool. Now another thing is to put this on something. So if we come, we need to put the stroke, the box on something. So if we come here and select a rectangle, then we draw a rectangle around this. Of course, we make it curved 10. We make it transparent 0. And we make the stroke to be 5. Make sure that 10 is too small, make it 20. Improve this. The transparency is not cool enough. Not really cool enough. This is what I mean. Here. The actual design you are going to end up with might be different from mine, but I just feel that the fill color put it at 50 and make sure it's actually behind, send backward. This is what I'm talking about. I don't like the stroke color black. Why not it's gray? Why not a darker gray? Or this? This is just stroke color that we're playing around with. What of this? Why not this? Pricing plans. So I don't know whether I really want it to be transparent, so I'm just gonna make it 100%. It's not transparent. At the same time, the color should be lighter. Okay, good. So let's try a slightly lighter color, just slightly lighter. Yeah, so this is what our thing looks like now. There is the features, and then there's the pricing, and then we're good to go. So see you in the next video, where we just add the contact us button and form, and then the footer, and we're gone.